See, the big kickoff is almost here. The curtain raiser, of course, at Wembley on Sunday, 3 o'clock. FA Cup winners Crystal Palace against Premier League champions Liverpool. Cannot wait for this. Really good game at Wembley. Yes, it's not the biggest trophy in the world, but it is a little trophy. It is a shield. It used to be the charity shield. Now it's a community shield. It is something, but really it's about fitness. It's about not getting injured. And it's about giving yourself a good competitive game before a big kickoff next Friday against Bournemouth at Anfield for the Premier League, of course. So yes, let's go. We'll need a strong team because Palace are a very, very good side. Of course, they will have Mark Gay as the captain. I think he'll probably play for Palace at the weekend, but Liverpool are looking at him and are strong favourites at him, but still haven't moved for him. And let's see what happens there. But I really do think we have to have or two. Look, young Leone, the 18-year-old from Parma in Italy, they're looking at too. I think we're leaving this late. I mean, there's only 3 weeks to the window. There's only, 8 days to the kick-off of the Premier League, and we still don't have that centre-half in, and we still are looking at Alexander Isak, and that's still possible, of course, but the way Newcastle, they can't sign anybody. Newcastle are all over the shop, so let's see what happens there. But the weekend prediction, I did do a short earlier. I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 1. That's my early prediction for the Community Shield on Sunday. But as I say, Palace are a good side, They've lost 1 or 2 players and stuff like that, and they'll probably lose another 1 or 2 before the end of the window. I mean, Eze is heavily linked with Arsenal. I do like him as well. And of course, Gay, the captain, their centre-half captain, is heavily linked with Liverpool. Maybe even Chelsea now, with Colwell getting an ACL injury tonight. Look, I think we're going to have to go strong to win this game. It's going to be a really good experience for the likes of Florian Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong, Ekitike. I have a feeling they all start. I really do. I'll give you my 11. What I think Alisson has only come back into the fold. He was away in Brazil for a while. So my starting 11 for the Community Shield would be as follows: Big Georgie Mamashvili in goal. I think Kanate, Van Dijk is back after a little bit of an illness. He should be okay. Captain VVD. So VVD, Kanate. I think Frimpong, he's been brilliant in pre-season. He's got to start. And Kerkez on the other side. That's your back forward keeper. And the midfield is the big question for me. That's the big question mark. Is McAllister fit enough to play? I think he'll be on the bench. Gravenberg, of course, misses the Premier League game opener next week because he got sent off against Palace in the last game the last game of last season in the 2-2 draw at Anfield. So Gravenberg, Szoboszlai, you cannot leave him out. Wirtz as a number 10 in behind the front three, and of course Mo Salah, Gakpo, and Ekitike. I think that's the team. I really, really do. Maybe we can add an Alexander Isak to that in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and maybe even a Mark Gay. Who knows? But that would be my 11, and I'm going to go 2-1 to the Reds. But as I say, hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, and show us you care. Quick little build, a little 10-15 minute chat. Great to be back into it in the Community Shield on Sunday at Wembley. It's a Wembley day out, of course. It is a big day. Packed out Wembley, Liverpool, Palace going at it. There's something at the end of a little trophy and stuff like that. It's not the end of the world, even if you lose it. I mean, I did see a stat that a lot of the teams that win the league the following year don't win the Charity Shield, but there's always a first, there's always this, that, and the other. If Liverpool are playing tiddlywinks or chess or any type of game, I would want them to win it. A game of snap, I would want them to win it. So I do want Liverpool to beat Palace on Sunday. I just think it gets you into the groove of winning things. Get you into that mentality. I also, because we lost the League Cup final at Wembley against Newcastle, of course, I do not want Slot losing another game at Wembley. I want him to get that Wembley hoodoo out of the way. And when another big final comes along, that you win it there. So let me Palace on Sunday. But I do know it won't be an easy game. As I say, they're a decent team. What's your scoreline? What's your prediction? What's your 11? Do you think the 4 new boys start, including and the goalkeeper? 5 new boys start. I think they do. Bradley still is not quite there. He just keeps getting injured, doesn't he? At the wrong time. That's Gomez is obviously out, a bit more of a long-term injury. So they might put Robertson in there for experience. I don't know, but I did say me 11. It's a very attacking 11. Maybe that's why you mightn't go that way. But what's your 11? What's your prediction? I'm going 2-1 to the Reds. And it's all about winning the game, really, isn't it? But and it's staying fit and getting ready then. Because we play on the Friday, tomorrow week, at Anfield, the big opener, Premier League opener. So Sunday to Friday, not a huge gap. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Very important to get the 3 points, especially at home. First game, and all that sets the tone. And then, of course, Arsenal play United on the Sunday, and that's going to be interesting as well. So it's huge. Just really looking forward to the Premier League. And this curtain raiser on Sunday sets it up nicely, nicely, nicely. But all the other stuff, the transfer stuff, will not go away. I'm really surprised Liverpool haven't added at least one centre-half. Nat Phillips went. Gomez is injury FC. Kanate does get his fair share of injuries. He only has 1 year left in his contract. Van Dijk is not getting any younger. So we let Kwanzaa go and Nats go and didn't bring anybody in. That is not good. I think we really, really do need a centre-half. Maybe even two. Maybe a senior and a junior type of thing. Still time to do it, but I would have thought you would have had them in by now and, be ready to rock maybe for the Community Shield, or get them to know the rhythm, get them to know players, the slot system and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on there, but we shall see. Still time left in the win, of course. Don't mention Alexander Isak. I mean, can Newcastle sign anybody? They're absolutely ridiculous, aren't they? They can't sign anybody. And if they don't sign anybody, they ain't selling them. It'd be suicide. They just couldn't. It'd be falling suicide, As I say, guys, hit that like, hit the share, give us a sub, show us you care. For the Community Shield on Sunday, Liverpool Palace. I'm going 2-1. 2-1 to the Reds, and I said it won't be easy. The Eagles have been soaring, they're getting a lot better, and they are very, very good on set pieces. And we're not particularly great on set pieces, are we? So we got to be careful for this one. We got to be ready to rock. Wembley, great day out for the great experience for the new lads coming in as well. A big Wembley day out. It's not a huge trophy, as I said earlier. No, it isn't. Of course it isn't. Wouldn't be even the end of the world if we didn't get the trophy on Sunday. But I think it's a nice little curtain raiser, nice little thing just to get the win, then look forward to Bournemouth Friday week in the Premier League. Just gives you that bit of confidence and gets the winning run going. That's what's so important about it. Is the Liverpool game on TV, says Shane Buckley. What do you mean, the Charity Shield? Of course it is. Of course it's on TV. I think it's Sky Sports. Sunday, 3 o'clock at Wembley. Here we go, man. Yeah, say Rob Obi Sub says just L. Yeah, look, Robbo's gonna we still have Simicas there as well. Simica, we've far too many fullbacks. We should be. Maybe I thought Simicas would have been gone by now. Ben Doak could go. Tyler Morton went to Olympic Lyon. Great move for that young lad, really is. Buyback clause and stuff like that. Luis Diaz went to Bayern Munich. Darwin Núñez is on his way to El Halil in Saudi. I think his medicals tomorrow. So Liverpool, we still have a bit of work to do in the next 2-3 weeks. The window's open, and I would have thought we would have had a centre-half in by now, and we haven't. So that's a little bit worrying going forward. I would have liked a centre-half in, and I would have liked Alexander Isak. I would have loved to have Alexander Isak ready to rock for Sunday. But that one's still up in the air, but we do need a forward. So if the Isak one doesn't look good, we're going to have to move quick and get somebody else in, because, as I say, we've let a lot of forward players go. We've had the tragedy with Diogo Jota. Luis Diaz went. Now Darwin Núñez is going. Possibly Harvey Elliott going, maybe, to Leipzig. Let's see on that one too. Ben Doak, maybe, going to Leeds. There's just so much. Okay, getting good money in and stuff like that, but a bit light up front, to be fair, and defensively. So I would have thought, I'm sure we're working on it and looking at it, 2-3 weeks to go, but I would have liked them in, as I said, before even the Community Shield Sunday, and it's not going to happen this side of Sunday, is it? So let's see what happens. But as I say, prediction time, guys. Give me your 11, give me your for the game on Sunday. As I say, it won't be easy. Palace, decent side, as we know. They always a good game, bit of a hoodoo side, but have quality, definitely have quality throughout their team, and they're very good on set pieces. I know Slot. We've let 1 or 2 set pieces in, a bit sloppy defending in the pre-seasons. It is only pre-seasons, and if you're going to do it, you do it in pre-season. But it really starts Sunday, I think. I think it is. I think your mentality, let's go. It's a big game. As I say, Wembley day out, full big crowd, television cameras, ready to rock. Everyone, all eyes on Florian Wirtz, of course. Hugo is going to be boss. I cannot wait. 3-1 to Liverpool, says Shane. 3-1 Reds, says Callum LFC. Kansas City Chiefs fan. That is a long name, isn't it? That's a really, really long name. But look, 3-1, 2-1, yeah, it's just, look, scoreline, it's about on a performance from Liverpool and no injuries, touch wood, no injuries, don't want any injuries going into the big game next Friday then against Bournemouth, the big opener, when you're looking to retain the Premier League. So, you know, you've got to get off to a start. You want everyone to rock and roll. And I didn't even mention Chiesa either, possibility of him going back to Italy. So there's going to be loads more ins and outs, shaking it all about at Liverpool. I'm sure Palace will have one or two, and they're hoping to hold on to one or two of theirs. And we do want one of them. One of theirs, the captain, Mark Gay, of course, we would like him. But whether that happens or not, I do not know. But as I say, the excitement is building, guys. The opener, the showcase opener, whatever you want to call it, Charity Shield, Community Shield, Sunday, 3 o'clock Wembley. You know, it gets the juices flowing, the Premier League juices flowing, to get you ready to rock and roll. I'm looking forward to it. You're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of coverage on Dave's LFC Chats, Twitter, X, YouTube, and Instagram at Dave's LFC Chats as well. So pop on there, give us a sub, give us some love, as they say. But a huge season for the Reds. Wow, Premier League champions. That gold armband on the shoulder. Will we get Alexander Isak in the door in the next 2 or 3 weeks? Will we get a centre half in the door in the next 2 or 3 weeks? That is the big question hanging for Liverpool. And I, for one, hope so. Certainly a defender. Definitely a defender we need. But we shall see. Time will tell, as they say. But it's been brilliant up to now anyway. I mean, it's been an absolutely brilliant transfer window. Crazy transfer window. Not only for Liverpool. I mean, madness. Look what United are doing as well. They said they had no money. You know, they have to sign in Benjamin Tesco. Every little helps, I guess. But look, we'll see what happens. Arsenal have got stronger. City have got stronger. Chelsea have got stronger. Levi Colwell, of course, with that ACL tonight. That's not good news for them. But they're going to go in for a centre half immediately after that as well. They're looking at that guy in Holland. You know, Simons. Like, they're looking for him. And look, I don't know. Chelsea are crazy in the transfer thing as well. They're just mad. They buy everyone. And Newcastle should be looking at Chelsea and going, this is the way you do it. But then again, it's PSR's money and stuff like that. And I actually pity Newcastle fans at the moment. It's just nothing's going right for them at all. Nothing is going right for them at all. Don't buy a lottery ticket if you're a Newcastle fan. But as I say, guys, just a quick little build up to the big one on Sunday, the Community Shield. 3 o'clock at Wembley, Liverpool Palace. Cannot wait for it. As I say, my 11 is, I think, that'd be the 11 you would think you'd go with. Now, you might go with a bit more experience. I mean, of course, we'd all like Alisson back in goal, but I just think he's only come back a few days from Brazil. He was away for a few days, so I think Big Georgie goes in goal. Of course, Kanate, Van Dijk should be okay. Back in training, a bit of a tummy upset, bug or whatever going around. He's out for a day or two. He should be there. We need that leader back in there, especially Palace are very good in the air too. So Kanate, Van Dijk. Would you go Frimpong? Would you go Kirkes? I would. Very attacking though, and in the midfield, that's the big question for me. That midfield three is huge. Wirtz has to start in front, in behind the front three. He's going to be the pivot. He's the main man. And then Gravenberg, I would go, and Szoboszlai. McAllister on the bench. That would be the way I would go. Up front, Gakpo. You can't leave Gakpo out, of course. Mohala, King of Egypt. And of course, our new boy, Hugo, is the boss. Ekitike. Actually predicting Ekitike to get a goal on Sunday. 2-1 and Ekitike to get a goal. Maybe Salah with the other one for Liverpool. But once we win, I'm happy. You're happy. No injuries. And we go again against Ford. Journey is in the house. Hi, sir. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Is this a soccer channel? Says Anna. This is Dave's LFC Chats. LFC, Liverpool Football Club channel. It's a football channel, soccer channel, whatever you want to call it. Mainly Liverpool, but talk about other stuff as well. So hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, and show us you care. Am I Scottish? No, I'm Irish. I'm in Dublin here, live. And it's what? 9:52 p.m. in Dublin. And it's starting to get dark now as I drink my orange juice. I'm on the old orange juice. So guys, as I say, loads more stuff, loads more interviews, chats, vlogs, build-ups. I do a lot of shorts as well on Dave's LFC Chats. So get in, have your notifications on, because we are going to have a crazy Jump on board the LFC train. It's going to be a crazy, crazy season for the Reds. Mama, Kerkez, Van Dijk, Kanate, Frimpong, Szoboszlai, Grab, Wirtz, Gakpo, Salah and Ekitike, says Callum. That's exactly what I said, bro. That's exactly what I said. Yay, Ireland, says Anna. Yes, Anna, absolutely. But as I say, guys, just really excited, really looking forward to it. You know, this is the showcase, this is the big showdown, this is the game that leads into the Premier League. We're back and it's Champions League, it is everything, it's crazy. Still 3 weeks left in the window, and I'm expecting 1 or 2 crazy things to happen in this crazy, crazy window too. Lucky Frederick is in the house. Hi, Lucky Frederick. Hit that like button, buddy, for LFC. Let's go. As I say, just a quick build up, bit of a chat, bit of a loosen up before we get ready to rock and roll for the big one. Next weekend, of course, the Premier League starts. Anfield, Liverpool, Bournemouth, a decent side. You know, you have to win your own games though. And I expect Liverpool to beat Bournemouth next week. But that's a build up, that's a different show. That's next week. Before that, it's Liverpool, the Premier League champions, for the 20th time against FA Cup winners Crystal Palace. And last year, as we know, Newcastle beat us in the League Cup final. FA Cup winners were Crystal Palace. Liverpool won the league. And like Palace, Newcastle winning domestic cups, that was good for the league, wasn't it? I thought that was good for the league. Spread the trophies around, you know. And let's see, I want to better run the Champions League. I want to go for number 7 next year. And with the team, we can get Isak over the line, if we can get Gaya or a centre half over the line, we should fear nobody. Nobody. We will fear nobody. I'm Iraqi and my uncles live in Bournemouth, says Journey. Mo Salah, Hugo Boss and Kanate to score, says Callum. Yeah, look guys, as I say, I'm going to go 2-1 Reds. Salah and Ekitike to get his first goal for Liverpool. Any type of win-wins and no injuries, that's what it's about. Good run out, get a little trophy, a shield, or whatever you call it, community shield. It's not the end of the world, it's not, you know, a big thing. A lot of people actually count it. I know Man City and Chelsea do. I think Mourinho did. Realistically, not really. It's a good run out. Get the win, get it over with, and move on to Bournemouth at Anfield Friday week. I think that's what it's all about for Slot. But to give them an idea, you know, big open pitch, Wembley, get the tactics, a good side Palace you're playing against. It's a good run out. It's a good test. They had a good draw at Anfield. I know Liverpool went down to 10 men at half time. Gravenberch, who will be missing for the Bournemouth game because he got sent off against Palace in the last game of the season. We still got a 2-2 draw there, you know, with 10 men. So, look, Liverpool will be there or thereabouts. I actually predict Liverpool, anybody finishes Liverpool next season wins the league. I really do. I think Liverpool, slight favourites. If you get Isak, they'll be out and out favourites, but it's going to be tough. I mean, threatened, they're not going to be as bad as they were last year. Absolutely not. Chelsea, they'll be there or thereabouts. And of course, Arsenal, with Gorkias and Zubamende, and you know, they'll be tougher. They'll turn a lot of those, 13 draws or something they got last year. Even if they turn 4 or 5 of them into wins, it's an 8 or 10 point swing, you know. So, I mean, even United, I mean, if they can get Benjamin Tesco over the line, every little helps for Tesco. If they get him over the line, they've Kuna, and of course they've Bueno, and you know, I mean, they might get another 1 or 2 no's. They'll be decent. They certainly won't be as bad as they were. They can't be any worse, because if they were to be bloody relegated, I mean, Spurs with Frank there, how good will they be? Although they got hammered 4-0 by Bayern Munich, 4 or 5-0, something like that. But anyway, so look, it's going to be a crazy season for Liverpool. It really is. It all starts on Sunday. That's why I want a good showing, good team out, get the win, get everybody ready to rock, get the juices, the Premier League juices flowing, and then look forward to the Premier League on Friday. That's what I want. Abdul is in the house. What if Kanate leaves? Well, he won't be leaving in this window. There's just no chance. Liverpool won't be able to replace him. He's a year left in his contract. They might let him run down that year. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it with Trent. We see it with Liverpool players. We let them run down the contract. We'll probably offer him an extension. And if he doesn't take it, he'll be gone next summer. But he's not going anywhere in the next 2 or 3 weeks. There's just no chance. Absolutely no chance. First, Liverpool City. Liverpool first, City second, Chelsea third, and Arsenal fourth. I think the top 4 will be the same top 4 last year, yes. Just depends in what order, you know. Obviously, I'm hoping Liverpool are number 1. Arsenal maybe number 2nd again. Bridesmaids again, who knows? City, Chelsea, something like that. It's Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea. That'd be a top 4. Same as last year, maybe. Maybe. Of course, Leeds United, I think will do decent. I think they'll be okay. I think they're looking at Ben Doak as well, by the way. Burnley, always hard to play against. And Sunderland have bought well. But I can see Sunderland and probably Burnley going back down. Leeds might have a chance. Might drag the likes of West Ham with them down into that area. Everton, the new grounds. There's going to be so much happening. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota, absolutely dino. And his brother, Andre Silva, absolute legend. Diogo Jota. We will never forget our number 20. We will never forget our number 20. Of course we will not. And we will try our best to win the league or win a big trophy next year for Diogo and his brother. So, Zombar Kovac is in. Hello guys. As I say, hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, and show us you care. But as I say, I'm going to do a load more lives, load more chats, shorts, videos, interviews, the rest. The likes of James Pearce, Garrett Roberts, Anfield Rap, Redman TV. All these guys have been on my show before, and I'm hoping to get them all back on again. Get 1 or 2 ones next week. Just get a little build up to the Premier League after the Community Shield on Sunday. Cannot wait, guys. Cannot wait. Chris O'Connor, LFC forever. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Do you like Szoboszlai? Yes, I do. He's been unbelievable in pre-season. I just don't think you can leave him out. I think he starts on Sunday. Him and Grav and Verts just in front. Wow. McAllister on the bench. Are you joking me? Jones on the bench. Endo on the bench. It's unbelievable. We'll need that squad, though. We will need that squad. Yes, hungry. Yes. And I'm hoping Liverpool are very hungry. But as I say, guys, I'm not going to stay on much longer. It's late. It's 10 o'clock here in Dublin, Ireland. Just looking forward to the big kick-off, the curtain raiser, 3 o'clock Sunday at Wembley. Champions Liverpool take on FA Cup winners Crystal Palace. Should be good. I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool. That's my early prediction to throw it in there. Obviously I don't know teams, don't know what's happening, the injuries. We'll hear tomorrow's presser with Slot, I'm sure in the morning, the Liverpool presser. Let's see how we go there. We need a centre-half, mate, says Chris O'Connor. We absolutely do, Chris. We do need a centre-half. You're absolutely right there. I started the show off by saying we come up against a possible centre-half that we're looking at, of course, the Crystal Palace captain, Mark Gay. There's Leone, young 18-year-old from Parma in Italy. I mean, I want to Mark Gay. I think we need a ready-made, someone that knows the Premier League. England international. But hearing that news with Levi Colwell at ACL tonight for Chelsea, I'm just thinking, will they be on the phone to Crystal Palace asking for Mark Gay? I mean, I think we should have moved for Gay ages ago. What are we holding on for? We need a centre-half big time. Why are we holding back? We're doing a Newcastle here. We're doing a Newcastle, you know what I mean? But do you think Man City will be back this season, says Red Vortex? I actually do think Man City will be back. Maybe not back to their 100-point best, that type of thing. I don't know whether anybody will get 100 points ever again, or even late 90s. But they'll certainly be better. They can't be any worse. Sure, United won't be even as bad as they were last year. Every team's getting better and better. City be thereabouts. They'll be top 3 anyway. City, I would think. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, dark horse. They could, that Club World Cup winning it and then winning a lot of football. The conference. Europa Conference they won, and they will probably tire second part of the season, but they have a quality squad and they just keep bloody adding to it, and they'll probably add another 1 or 2 before the end of the window. Do you think we will get Isak before the Premier League starts, is Ibrahim Hassan? I hope so. The big question is, will Newcastle sign 1 or 2 replacements for him? Because as I said earlier, if they don't sign replacements for him, it would be footballing suicide to let him go. Even though he's unhappy, even though he's this, even though he's that, they're not going to let him go unless they've already made replacement. Benjamin Tesco was meant to be coming in to go. Every little helps, but it didn't help. He looks like he's going to United. I mean, he's been turned down left, right and centre. Okay, there's Watkins from Villa, but I mean, I don't know.